So we're back in your math workbook or textbook on page 57. So here we're still dividing decimals. This time we have ones place decimals and not just tenths and hundredths. So let's look at number 11. Divide 4.35 by 3. So here, let's look at this little chart and see what's happening. We start with 4 in our ones place, but notice that we're going to end up renaming one of our ones to be 10 tenths. Then we started out with 3 tenths, but notice we're going to be renaming one of our tenths to be 10 hundredths. So we'll talk through when that happens in our division problem, but I'm going to just write it out and we can talk through it. So we have 4.35 divided by 3. So first thing first, I put my decimal up top, directly above where it is in my problem. And here I'll start out by asking how many times does 3 go into 4? Once. 1 times 3 is 3. That leaves me with 1 left over. So I ended up subtracting 3 ones from 4 ones. That left me 1 left over. That's the one that's being renamed to 10 tenths, which gives me 13 tenths. So how many times does 3 go into 13 tenths? 4 times, just 12 tenths, which again leaves me with 1 left over. So that's 1 tenth left over that is then renamed to hundredths, which now gives me 15 hundredths. How many times does 3 go into 15 hundredths? 5 hundredths, 5 times. Which leaves me with nothing left over. So my answer is 1.45. So we divide just like normal, but that's what's happening. We're always renaming things. So since this is still division and you've been practicing this, we're going to do our practice problems. So you on your side, either on a piece of paper or on a whiteboard, work them out. I'll work them out over here, and then we'll compare our answers. If you keep getting them wrong, retry them. If you still can't figure out what's going wrong, talk to a parent, and then once you're feeling comfortable, you can start on workbook exercise 36. So let's start with 12a. It wants us to divide 3.96 by 3. So you do that on your side, I'll do it over here, we'll compare answers. Pause me if you need to. I'm going to flip it over. Answer 1.32. Let's do 8b. 8b. 84 hundredths divided by 4. Pause me if you're still working. I'm going to flip it over. 21 hundredths. No wonder. I'm back on yesterday's work. I'm sorry, those were review problems. Now let's move on to, well, I guess maybe I just did the one from yesterday's work. I'm sorry. Let's do 12b. I think we did 12a. hopefully. Let's do 12b. Whew. 4.12 divided by 4. Okay. Pause me if you need to. Here we have 1.03. Now let's do 12c. Goofy goober. 12c, which is 14.58 divided by 6. Pause me if you need to. 2.43. Okay, now let's move down to number 14. This is just with money now. So we have $4.65 divided by 3. You do it there, I'll do it here. Okay, pause me if you need to. $1.55. Now look at 14b. $16.50 divided by 6. Pause me if you need to. Flip it over. $2.75. And now let's do C. $31.05 divided by 9. Pause me if you need to. Flip over. $3.45. Okay, if you need more practice for those, just like yesterday, I believe it's page 62. There are division problems for numbers 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then trying to see if there's any more. Oh, review B. No, I guess those were the only good review continued practice problems. You could also just ask your parents to make some up. And then once you feel comfortable with those, you can move on to workbook exercise 36.